I would say Jeff Cobb for sure. He would be at the top of my list. I think, like you said, he's just a beast. He's a young guy. His matches are great. He's already got the TV title. He should hold on to that thing for a really long time. And I think, even if they could set up some sort of feud with him and Jay Lethal, for who's had the TV title longest or something along those lines, I think would be not a bad idea. So definitely.
I'm pleading delirious that idea because that's so good. It should have been mine.
So definitely Jeff Cobb. And I think they should look to see what they can do with Juice Robinson. I mean, Juice Robinson, who was CJ Parker in NXT and was kind of almost sort of doing a comedy type gimmick, went to New Japan and found really good success there, including a victory over the IWGP heavyweight champion Kenny Omega in the G1. So former, yes. So I think that he's somebody that is a new face there that they should definitely spend some time on and invest in. And if they're going to keep Marty Scurll beyond April, I would say make sure you focus on him as well, because he's one of the most popular guys they have. But obviously, if he's going to leave, or if they know that he's leaving, then you probably can't really do that. You can put him in some marquee matches and have him do some jobs on the way out. But other than that, but if he stays, then I would certainly make sure to build around him as well.
Yep, do the JOB on his way out. I'm with you on the Marty Scurll thing. For me, number one's got to be Mark Haskins. Him and Vicky Haskins are too great of a package. I mean, if you watch any of their stuff in Progress, even what Mark Haskins was able to do in NXT UK, he's literally has it everything. He's got the look. Vicky Haskins has the look. They're great together, and they can draw money, big money. So that would be one. I'm going to echo your sentiments with Jeff Cobb, because even people that don't, like when we went to our Final Battle, Kyle was texting me. Our friend Kyle was texting me. He's like, what do you know about Jeff Cobb? And I'm like, everything you need to know about Jeff Cobb, you're going to find out in this match. 10 minutes into the match, he wrote, "Holy F, I effing love Jeff Cobb." But, so Jeff Cobb, he's not the best on the mic, but that dude's going to get you involved in the match, and he's going to tell the story in the ring. And he's so good to watch. He has no right being able to do what he does in the ring for his size. And for number 3, I think you need to get Jay Briscoe back in the title picture. He is so – talk about living the gimmick. Jay Briscoe is the character. Jay Briscoe should be the world heavyweight champion. Jay Briscoe had that undefeated streak in Ring of Honor. Make him a heel and put a baby face up against him and chase it, and have it next year. Final Battle, Jay Briscoe drops it, and when he loses it in a singles match, it don't matter. But the Briscoes are money. Watch their promos, any of their promos. Listen to them talk. They believe it. They are who they are, and I love Jay and Mark Briscoe.
Interestingly, neither of us mentioned, and we haven't even mentioned on this entire show to this point, as I know we're probably going to be wrapping it up in a few. Neither of us have mentioned Flip Gordon. Poor Flip, who's a guy who's been working really hard in Ring of Honor the last year or so. But I guess, you know what? Maybe we're just a couple of Jim Cornettes, man. Maybe we need some more headlocks, some chin locks, some abdominal stretches. Maybe that's what we need.
Flip got hurt. Let's see what Flip's injury is before we say anything about that. I hope he's all right. I hope, but maybe that's why we didn't think about it. Help me.
Yeah, let's go with that, and just not that our memory is going in our old age.
Yeah, and I also want to say one more thing before we let everybody go. Here's how I would fix the booking of the New Japan talent. Instead of booking Ring of Honor versus New Japan talent and having the Ring of Honor talent job, although admittedly, and I think you'll agree with me, they've been better with that, right?
It's gotten a little better, yes.
It's gotten a little better. Why not just have New Japan versus New Japan matches in Ring of Honor? Somewhat of a showcase match. So you get to see your favorite wrestlers, but you don't bury your own Ring of Honor talent in the way in. And I'm not spoiling anything. Have you heard the rumored main event for the G1?
No, I don't think that I have.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I would love to hear this.
It's a rumor. It is IWGP heavyweight title Okada versus Tanahashi.
Wow. Okay. That would be something.
If they do that, I literally just got the goosebumps. That might sound like cheesy to say, but I literally just did. If they did Okada versus Tanahashi. That's what I said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okada versus Tanahashi, main eventing at MSG in the G1 in America. Just unreal for Ring of Honor, because that would probably be one of the most prestigious matches I would say they've ever gotten. But B, no Ring of Honor star has to suffer. And I think that's probably the best. You know what I would be okay with? Minoru Suzuki coming in and slapping everybody in the face. I think anybody in the world that wrestles Suzuki is okay getting their butt kicked. Yeah. I don't mind them jobbing. It's Suzuki. Although Suzuki versus PCO, Joe, sign me up. Could you imagine that?
I can only imagine the crazy bumps and beatdowns that would be happening if that match were to take place.
Somebody would die. That's for sure. There's no two ways about it. So yeah, listen, I think you and I, being Ring of Honor purists, we have a lot of hope for Ring of Honor in 2019. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I do, and I'm going to keep watching Ring of Honor. I still have my subscription to Honor Club, so it's not like I've jumped ship or anything like that. So I want to see what they have. They still have a lot of talented guys. They're bringing in new talent. I give them the opportunity to see what's next for them in the next 12 months and what direction they go in.
Yeah, like you said, I'm also, have my Honor Club subscription. I'm still going to watch. I'm going to watch AEW. I'm going to watch Raw. I'm going to watch SmackDown. I'm not going to, I'm not going to watch Raw. I'll watch SmackDown. But I'm definitely going to keep up with Ring of Honor. I like what they're doing. They've brought in, if the Young Bucks weren't leaving, everybody that Ring of Honor brought in would have made a much bigger splash. But since the whole being the Elite is leaving, I think that made headlines. But they really need to be commended because they brought in a lot of talent, and they just signed Roosh. I don't know if you saw that from CMLL.
Yes,
they're doing everything they can, and that should be commended. So here's to a prosperous 2019 for Ring of Honor. Now, if you want to help the All Night Long Wrestling podcast prosper, here's a few things you could do. BlueChew.com, promo code WPP, $5. You pay shipping and handling for your first order of Blue Chew. That's one. Two, you can go to YouTube. You could type in All Night Long Wrestling Podcast, and you can subscribe to our page. We would appreciate that greatly. Facebook.com/All Night Long WP. Like us over there. Interact with us. Twitter, Instagram, @All Night Long WP. Blog Talk Radio, Wrestling Perspective Podcast. Listen on there. We can't thank those guys enough. Make sure you give them a follow on Instagram, too. Just type in Wrestling Perspective Podcast and on Twitter. And, I think that's all we got for this week. We're going to be come back next week with our Royal Rumble prediction show and NXT prediction show.
Yeah, I got to prepare for that.
Yeah, me too. That's going to be
they're changing the matches every other day, so I don't know what's going on.
It's going to be a doozy. I heard next week it's going to be Drake Maverick versus Braun Strowman in the main event.
Can't wait. What is it, like a depends on a pole match, something like that, right?
It's actually Bobby Roode's urine-soaked blanket robe on a pole match.
Right. Pee jokes. Yeah.
One sweet the pee joke. Oh, breaking news! The Revival. You hear about this?
No.
The Revival asked for their release.
Oh, did they really ask for their release?
It's
like when Rusev asked for his release, and now he's a U.S. champion. Is that what this is really?
He's not Rusev anymore because he's way too skinny. Did you see these pictures? It's disgusting. Put on some weight, Rusev.
Nah.
Disgust me. Anyway, listen. That's it for another edition of the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast. He is your host. He's the Stallion. I am the co-host, the comedian extraordinaire, the comedy relief. I'm the enforcer. One more week. We're tapping out. Do all that talking. Let's shoot them as fast as they come. But a million new voices will be found. Their heads are held high, the brave